Welcome back to Tales of Xillia, you guys, and she's weird.
My song is Genius. Okay, just keep going straight. That's pretty much all you gotta do.
Okay.
Hey, I could have made one. I could have done it for whenever we go into Olympias, but I didn't. Be happy.
Yes, I'm happy.
Olympias doesn't seem to be any greener out this
Kidding.
way.
No.
Nope. Pretty much everywhere outside the cities is like this. If anything, it's a little worse than I remember it.
The lack of spirits must have broken the cycle of nature.
To the people of Olympias, this is what nature looks like. When I first laid eyes on the forests of Rizamaxia, I could barely comprehend what I was seeing.
So this is the world that Spyrix has given you.
Go ahead and say it. We brought this on ourselves.
That may be true, but still.
Yeah, Olympias isn't very pretty, guys.
Look,
saying.
something green
Looks like
for
the
once.
desert.
Yeah, but I wouldn't expect to see a big forest.
Like, there is some
anytime
plant
soon.
life, as you can see, but not much.
Very barren. It is rather depressing, to be honest.
Yeah, so it's kind of like that. Also, like that thing of, you know how much Alvin wanted to go home. Well, this
Yeah.
is the world he'd be going home to. So
Yeah, you're looking at it and he's kind of like debating whether or not it was the better world to go back to.
he mainly wanted to go home to get. He mainly wanted to actually get Leticia, his mother, home. Actually,
Exactly.
that's really all. But even still, he's thinking about it. He's worked. He did all that stuff, betray everyone, only to try to go home to a dying world. It just kind of makes you think.
So it's like, what's the cost?
Yeah. Since it's kind of sad.
Let me
It really
make sure
was.
I have this straight. We use boosters to infuse spirit fossils with mana, and a Spyrite is born. Because unlike Spyrix devices, Spyrites can use arts without harming spirits.
Did you actually take notes while Balin was talking?
Yes, but there are still things I don't understand.
If there are things you actually do understand, then you're way ahead of me. I bet Teepo'd say, "Hey, you need to study, Leia!"
Ah, but after that he'd probably say, I don't understand any of this either.
Probably. Hey, no Teepo impersonations! Ah, he heard us! You're both being rude.
Elise, do you understand Spyrite theory?
Of course I do.
That was adorable.
Yeah, well, technically, anyone who holds Tifo, what they're thinking, he'll say out loud.
This way?
Yep. To the dimensional breach, actually, that way. That way leads to the mines, where we can fight an extra boss to get a... other side.
I was like, why isn't it working?
To get a devil's arms and everything. Because we were actually at the point of the game where we could go after all of them, but like I said, you unfortunately can't unlock their power until after you beat the game.
It's kind of pointless.
Yeah, it's pointless to gather them at this point.
Oh well.
Yep, this is where Balin found us.
Look at that.
All the way out here at the very end of the high road.
Why he came out here to do this? Is a good question.
Well, it's a little past Heliobor. Maybe they were testing stuff.
He
Maybe.
said he found us sprawled at the foot of this hill.
Let's look for a path down.
What's that?
We must have fallen from there to the bottom of the cliff.
Isn't the rift a little small?
My guess is it's about to collapse. Jumping back through would be a leap of faith.
Count me out! It looks too dangerous! Let's head back to town and figure out another way.
Yeah, sadly, rift
Hey,
closing,
everyone.
so we can't go back that way.
If you plan on returning to Rizamaxia, then I think it's time we parted ways.
What? What makes you say that all of a sudden?
I know that we pulled off a successful Spyrite tethering together, and we found out some great news. But I'm afraid the only way to stop Gaius at this point is to fight him. I don't want the way you feel now to get in the way of your true feelings.
I agree. If we can't be honest with ourselves about why we're fighting, then there's no point in fighting in the first place.
In other words, you want us to make our own decision.
It'll be a difficult ride ahead. I guess it only makes sense.
Mind if I have some more time to think? At least until you're all ready to leave?
Sure, of course.
Don't let your current emotions get in the way. I'm almost acting human.
Mila?
Sorry, it's nothing.
She's letting sentiment get in the way, huh?
A bit.
Wait, isn't this...
Spirit fossil? Is that the spirit fossil from her Asparixis?
Yep.
There's no way replacing everything Spyrix with Spyrites is gonna be easy as it sounds. In terms of raw numbers, just think of how many Spyrites we'll need.
It's true. The Spyrites need to be researched, created, distributed. It won't happen overnight.
There is much that needs to be done. But if we can't buy more time, the spirits will go extinct.
I will buy us time. Maxwell said it himself. If we remove the schism, the mana that it contains could sustain Olympius for a considerable amount of time.
And that's what you intend to do?
Yes, it is.
It's a long road ahead for all of us.
But the more pressing problem is Gaius. If we can't stop him, it'll be too late for Olympius.
Yeah.
Okay, let's just warp back now. I'm pretty sure we can do it. To try Glyph.
Yay.
So yeah, as you can see, we have quite the situation on our hands of what is everyone going to do.
Indeed.
But for now, back to Balin's place. So we can all sleep and
I don't
have
understand.
character
The
discussions.
spirit fossil came off. How is she able to continue walking?
Is she officially healed?
Not exactly.
Oh, we can give that thing to that guy.
Yep. So we can give the thing to the guy.
Hello, sir. I brought you something.
A machine that will invent stuff for me.
Sweet.
Rest?
Yes,
Indeed.
please.
Aw, now we get to see this scene. This scene's cute. Also,
What are
Alvin
you
sitting on a
doing,
big,
Alvin?
almost tiny swing is kind of funny.
It kind of is.
Figured I'd stay away, since everyone's so sick of me.
Maybe because you're a big fat liar.
Yeah, that's just who I am, all right. And what about you, Elise? Wondering what to do?
Yeah. I just don't know what the right choice is.
Well, you're talking to the wrong guy. I don't know much about being a kid. Never really had a childhood.
So are you a member of Exodus ever since you were just a little boy?
Yeah, that's right. I thought it was okay to trick people. When things would go bad, I'd just disappear. I'd take the path of least resistance. I pretty much just did whatever didn't hurt me, that's all.
Then, does that mean you won't be going with Mila and Jude?
You know what? That kid forces me to wake up and smell reality. They're all just so mature, the way they hide their real feelings about me.
Oh, now I get it. You're lonely, aren't you, Alvin?
I've never been much for expressing my feelings, I suppose. But even if they do hate me, I have to stick it out. I'm not leaving this time.
So does that mean that you really want to be their friend again?
I've learned that building real trust with people takes a lot more work than you think.
Being
Too
a
bad he
grown-up
never
sounds
learned
like
that
an
as a
awful
kid.
lot of pain.
Yeah.
Otherwise, he probably wouldn't be in nearly
It
as many
seems like
fucked
the
up
older you
situations
get,
as he is.
the tougher it is to share your feelings with others. Anyway, no one will want to be friends with me until I can make the first move. It's hard, but it sure beats being alone.
I wonder what I'm supposed to do now. What do I have to do to become happy?
Well, it's different for everyone. You just have to find what works for you. I'm sure you know what you want by now.
I guess so. It hasn't been easy, but I've learned a lot traveling with everybody. I know that. I definitely don't want to stop, that's for sure. I want to keep on learning more, and I want to make some new friends.
Yeah, that sounds pretty good to me.
Some help you are.
I told you, I'm the wrong guy to ask about this stuff. Sorry about that, kid.
Aww.
Yeah.
That's a thank you. I just wanted you to know that from now on, I'm gonna be your friend, okay?
Aww. I like that.
I was just like,
How come the kids are the wisest people in this group?
Because adults have sucky morals sometimes.
yeah, I like that scene. I just think it's so cute.
It is cute, I like.
When he just gives Alvin a little kiss. She's like, I'm gonna be your friend, so she just said she hated him earlier. Now that she kind of gets,
Well,
now that she gets Alvin and sees
Trouble
that,
sleeping,
kind of like her,
youngest.
he's lonely and how she
Yeah.
used to be lonely
I
too.
still haven't made up my
She
mind.
wants to be friends, so then he doesn't have to be lonely anymore.
What about you?
a complete 180,
I've
which she's
reached a
been doing a
decision.
lot in
I
this
have
little
decided to go with
Well,
I
she is
see.
only 11, so
Yeah, I know.
Who's still on the fence?
It's okay.
you. You're not alone.
yeah, and considering she grew up in a friggin' booster
When
lab.
Lord Klein passed
Yeah,
away,
so I can only
inherited
imagine.
the keys to the kingdom, along with many doubts.
But eventually you figured out what to do, right? I used to think that everything works out if you do your best, but I've been proven wrong every time.
Does Agria still haunt you?
I keep thinking there might have been something else I could have done for her.
Not really. She was
I know
nuts.
that feeling well.
Oh, you mean with King Noctigal?
Am I that easy to read? Let me tell you, life does not become any simpler the older you get. But I must say, I am a bit surprised by you.
In what way?
I was under the impression that Jude was the one who occupied your every waking thought.
Come on now, don't be silly. Is it obvious?
Yes, I'm afraid it is.
You know, I once thought that if I became a nurse, that I might find happiness. After all, when Jude's happy, I'm happy. Simple enough, right? But now, I'm starting to get the feeling that Jude just might be better off without me.
Oh.
I mean, I don't want to get in his way again, you know?
I never really thought during any of this that she ever really got in the way.
Leah, would you like
I mean,
to
they
know
might
what
have
my
seen it that way, but
reasons
I've never
are and
seen
why
any
I've
proof
decided
that
to
she
go
ever really
along with
gets in the
Jude
way.
and Mila?
Leia has kind
Are
of
you
low
willing to tell me?
self-esteem when it comes to herself.
I can see that, and that's really upsetting,
I would
because
like to be
she's
there
cute
to
as
walk
hell,
with
and
them
she's like,
in
she
the
isn't a
future
bad
that they
person in the
wish to create.
slightest. And just because everybody teases her doesn't mean anything.
That sounds like you.
But that's not all.
Huh?
I plan to take the lead and pull the two of them along behind me. That is my true desire.
And I? What do I really want?
I think you already know your answer, miss.
What I really want is to see Jude's smiling face again. I suppose that's it. That's a good reason, isn't it?
Hey. Don't you want to sit?
You've changed.
Not really. To be honest, I'm so scared I can't even sleep.
I told you before, if we can just dispel the schism, I'll handle everything from there. There's no reason for you to be afraid.
Mila! If the schism disappears,
I thought the game froze for a
so will the
second.
temporal
No,
process,
long pause.
Right?
Oh god. My heart just dropped into my stomach. I'm like, did my thing just pause?
Yes. The destruction of the schism means the death of Maxwell. The temporal crossroads were born from Maxwell and that unique spirit climb, so they will vanish too.
That's why he doesn't want to get rid. He didn't want to get rid of the schism.
Why?
Because he'd disappear.
Why didn't I
Well,
realize
no,
what's
Maxwell
happened
just
to
didn't
you?
want to get rid of the schism because he simply was waiting for Olympius to die off. But now
You
he's
never
actually
told me
just
because-
he's kind of tired of
because
all
you
the
wanted me to
human
find my own
desires, and
answer first.
he's willing to give
Isn't that right?
humanity a chance now to find a way to get his fire. So he's willing to let himself die to
Fair
give
enough.
humanity that chance. Again, Maxwell, he might be a bit of a douchey spirit sometimes, but he does indeed care about humans and spirits alike. Unfortunately, he did pick favorites when he was creating Rhizamaxia, but
Yeah.
that's not the point.
It was just easier for me that way.
Huh?
The entity known as Maxwell is essential for the spirits. So they will need a new Maxwell.
Then we won't be able to stay together anymore?
The sadness of parting is a human emotion. Such emotions no longer apply to me.
And there's no other way, is there?
Maxwell created me, so perhaps he could restore my human body.
Yeah, if you guys aren't getting it, Mila isn't human anymore. She's purely a spirit now. That
Jude,
body she is in is actually
that
just
what you really
is a
want?
spirit in physical form. So yeah, she's pretty much just using mana as a spirit to
Let's
keep
create a new
keep a
future
physical
for
form
all
in
the
this world.
spirits and people in the world.
And as soon as everything goes
let's
to
create
shit,
it
she's gonna
together.
die off and isn't gonna come back.
No, she just won't be able to stay in this. Once the schism is gone and Maxwell's,
Together.
she just may not be able to stay in this world. She'll have to reside in the spirit world. Her plan pretty much is once Maxwell dies, she will take up the mantle as the new
Guys.
Maxwell,
Just
and
relax.
thus stay in the spirit
I've
world
come
and
here
watch
to
over
tell you
human
something,
spirits.
and
That's
that's
pretty
all.
much the guise of her plan.
Well, what
But
then?
she doesn't have
We are ready
to.
to
She can always
commence
ask
our operation
Maxwell to restore her
wipe
human
out
body
every
so she can stay
Spyrix
with
in
Jude.
Olympius.
So your attack from before was just to check whether spy rights were usable?
Exactly.
You came here to tell us that?
No. Listen. You have a dream for the future of the world that is vastly different from mine. So,
Take it easy.
this is a piece of Muse's power.
The power to slice through space? What of it?
Here, I give you a chance to return to Riza Maxia quietly if you choose to.
You'd still offer us a chance to end things peacefully.
Gaius, you know full well that we can't walk the same path. Not anymore.
If you wish to make your dream a reality, then come and face me. I won't run, and I won't hide.
Are we gonna be
Wait.
boned for this battle?
What about Muse?
But is it better now
She
that we
is
have
very torn.
the four
She
great
has
spirits
incredible
involved?
power, yet she knows
Well,
not how to
I think
use
we'll be
it.
fine. There's like couple
In
accessories.
hindsight,
Like
I
hopefully
was
we'll be able to
cruel
actually
to
do the
force
side
such a
quests so
weak
we can get
person
these
to
like
become
certain
strong
accessories,
so suddenly.
which might help with the boss fight and everything too. Which might
He
help
wants
with
to
it.
save her too, doesn't he?
Hey. I know I might just be fighting for selfish reasons now. But I know that I have to go face Gaius. I need to get a grip on these fragile feelings. Otherwise, I won't become the adult I want to be. So, Mila? If I ever stray from my path, promise me that you'll be there to remind me who I really am.
I will.
Yay!
Zan, if you couldn't tell, this is definitely the night before the final battle.
So we're getting there. We're almost there, guys.
Like I said, we could pretty much go right to
Sleep
there
well?
and do like the last 2 boss battles.
Yes.
That might have
And
been the
beat this
best sleep
game?
I've had in my entire
we
life.
want to go do something
I was
else?
dead.
There's something else I want to do first. If we can't do it, then we'll go ahead and do it. If not, then well,
I decided I'm
I
coming
wish us
with
luck
you.
in this
I won't bore you with
event.
my
And
reasons,
let me see
though.
what level we're at, because depending how high I want us to be, I might say let's lay off
Thanks, Leia.
Go
Let's do
back
our
to the
best.
world and...
stop here for depending if we can
I'm
do
coming
it, we'll
too.
do it, and then we'll
And me
stop here.
three.
And if we can't, then well, I'll look at
I
our
shall
level,
accompany
see
you
where
as
we
well.
are, and if I feel like we aren't high
Wouldn't
enough,
do
I'll
for the
say
only
we'll stop here for
Olympian here to sit
today,
this one
and
out.
you'll can grind in Olympius
Yeah.
for a while.
So you've
That
made up your
works.
minds.
Since we'll definitely want.
To be a pretty high level.
Yeah, I won't lie, it's a pretty tough final boss,
there's
especially
something we need to
considering
tell you.
one little
Check
detail
this
with
out.
it, which my friend told me about it apparently, and I
Nifty
completely
knife.
forgot about it.
Gaius brought
It
this to us
really
last
cheesed
night.
me off when I was
He called
doing
it a
it.
piece of Muse's power.
Great.
Does that mean we could use it
But we
to
did pretty
tear
good
open
with
the
the last
breach?
couple of bosses,
Looks like
so...
Yeah, I'd rather
Gaius
strike the
truly
fear in your
is
heart and
inscrutable.
have you over prepare.
He's mocking us.
I don't
Gee,
think so.
thanks.
We
But
might
no,
be
I will say
fighting
this: the
against
final
one
boss
another, but
fight
he's a
can be
good
pretty
guy.
tough. Is pretty tough. And one
Nice
thing
to
just
see you're
it
actually
kind of just pissed
talking
me
to
off,
me.
and then she's like, "I told you about that, remember?" I'm
well.
like, "No."
I appreciate
She's like,
it.
"Yeah, remember I told." I'm like,
Thanks.
"Oh, you could have reminded me again."
Welcome.
Oh, God.
It's a bummer there's nobody here to send off the heroes.
Yeah,
That shouldn't be a problem.
it's okay.
We'll
Tifa.
just have to accept that we're unsung heroes.
Who needs an adoring crowd? Let's have a pre-battle cheer.
If you insist.
Couldn't hurt.
Make sure to put some feeling into it.
Indeed.
Here goes nothing. Everyone, let's finish what we started.
Woohoo.
That was kind of a lame cheer, guys. No offense.
I put my hand in the air and go, yay! We're gonna beat guys and we're gonna win the game.
So yeah, okay, let's warp to the temporal crossroads.
Hold on, let's save the game really quick.
Musing about Muse.
Muse seems to have fallen completely under Gaius's control.
I'd say it's more that Muse has finally found someone she can rely on. She had been yearning for someone to guide her.
That girl has some big-time dependency issues.
She's like my own dark shadow. I wish we could have met under different circumstances.
Whatever the nature of their relationship, Muse's ability to manipulate dimensional space is now in Gaius's hands. That is no trivial matter.
Agreed. Even the great spirits are no match for a blade that can sever dimensional barriers.
That doesn't sound promising. Should we turn tail and run away?
Yes, let's do that. Do you really think I would say such a thing?
Of course not.
You know me well.
Should we cut the episode off first? It's going on 26 minutes.
Yeah, go ahead.
Alright, we'll cut it off here then. I hope you guys are having a fantastic day. Please like, comment, subscribe for more. I do videos like this every other day. I'll talk to you guys later, alright? Bye-bye.